How you doing? It's Peter here with Orchard, and I'm here with Tony. We're talking about the greatest thing is these dealership fees I don't want to pay, right? It's all about just getting the best price. So we're going to talk about what dealerships I do not want to pay and how I can just say, no, I'm going to get the best deal ever here. But you're right. Okay, so let's talk about it. Like, give me one of the things. I heard about this thing called etching or something. I've heard this fee before. What is it? Do you have to pay it?
Yeah, well, absolutely not. Window etching is a product that the dealerships will put on all their vehicles before a customer even picks it up, and it's just to identify, the serial number on top of the windshield, so that if the vehicle ever gets stolen and parted out, they can identify the part missing and put it back to a vehicle with a serial number and pair the two up.
So they physically kind of etch the,
Yep.
So the serial number, the VIN number, whatever it is, they physically etch it into the windows.
Yep. With like an acid and a stencil and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It is absolutely something you don't need to pay for. Not
Don't
at
need
all.
to pay for.
That's why we have insurance.
That's why we have insurance. That's a good one. Okay,
Right.
So don't pay that fee, no
Yeah.
etching fee. Okay, so we're obviously in Canada. I heard one about also block heaters, right? Like block heater, my understanding is it's you plug it in so it's something warm, but
Yep.
that seems like something you have to pay for, no?
Yeah, so every vehicle, at least with Ford anyway, that is built for Canada has a block heater cord. Now, one thing is, during the pre-delivery inspection, the dealership, part of the PDI process, we're the ones that put the block heater in. You don't pay extra for a block heater cord installation. Don't ever pay that.
Don't ever pay that.
No.
Got it. Okay. I heard this one also too, like sometimes you get, is this financing or you got to get pre-approved? So is there some effort? Like, what was it called? A pre-approved fee?
Yeah, some dealerships, I can't believe it actually happens. Some dealerships actually charge you to get the pre-approval done before you even approve. So
What?
it doesn't, no.
Is that is that pre-approval?
It's a pre-approval and then fees on top of that. Just, you don't pay a pre-approval fee at a dealership, ever.
Ever again. Okay, that's another thing. So we have, those are three fees that we're not paying. Yep. So now, let's talk about tires. I heard something, okay, there's typically air in them. No,
Yep.
I'm not wrong. There's typically air. What else can you put in there?
Well, you can put nitrogen in there.
Nitrogen.
Yeah, you'll see a little green valve stem cover that is on a lot of the tires.
Yeah.
That is because the dealership has installed nitrogen in it and they're gonna charge you for it. So whenever time I go to the gas station, there's a air pump there.
Yeah.
If my tire is low or flat or whatever, boom, plug it in. Didn't cost me a cent.
So this is called basically a nitrogen fee?
Nitrogen, the nitrogen tire fee, whatever you want to call it. They just add nitrogen to your tire, inside of your tire, and they charge you a whole bunch of money for it. Absolutely not necessary.
Not necessary. Okay, and I think there was one more. There was something about advertising or something like that. I don't get it. How can you pay a fee for being advertising? What's that about?
So some dealerships charge their customers
Yeah.
for regional or national advertising. Some of the manufacturers will charge the dealership and then they try to recoup some of their money by putting that cost back onto the
No
customer.
way.
Yeah, but that's bogus. Don't ever do it. Don't pay for it. It's nothing that you need to pay extra for at a dealership.
Got it. Okay, so and that brings up a good point because like if you're going through, I mean, we can walk around here. Let's take a peek here. So there's obviously the fees. There's some documentation fees. There's some kind of like delivery fees. What was the other? Some government ones. Like, do I have to pay those?
Yeah, so these are some, unfortunately
so
we
there
do.
are some fees you got to pay.
We do have to pay some of the fees, absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of them would be tire tax. Every time there's a tire tax, you're gonna pay $5 a tire. That's what they end up charging you.
Right, and is that provincial? Is that you guys?
That
federal?
is that federal or provincial? I believe it's federal, but
it's not you.
It's not us. No, that's something that we got to pay for every time. That is one fee that does get passed on to the customer. There's no doubt.
And there's also certain documentation fees to actually
Documentation
just
fee.
do the work of the paperwork, right?
Absolutely. There's a lot of paperwork involved in doing almost every deal. If anybody's bought a vehicle before, you know that the amount of work that the people in the finance office are doing to get people approved. So once again, that is a fee that is going to be charged at almost every dealership out there. The numbers do vary in terms of what they charge you, but it's definitely a legit fee.
And you know how you can tell that he's not lying? Because he's holding a pen.
Yeah.
So you can tell that he does a lot of paperwork because you're holding the
all
pen.
day long.
All day long.
You bet.
All
Another
right.
one too is delivery. When the vehicle comes in, there are delivery fees from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
That is included in the retail price. Okay, so once again, it's not something you pay separate for. It's included in the selling price of the vehicle. So
Right.
it'll show up as a fee, but it is right from the manufacturer. The
That's-
customer does end up paying it. It's just part of the MSRP, the manufactured suggested retail price. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And there you go. So there's some of the top great fees what to look out for, not to pay for in a dealership.